All right, here's a thread from Undercover Huber at John W. Huber on Twitter. It's a Spygate thread specifically addressing the Senate Intelligence Committee report put out by the swamp creature Senator Richard Burr of North Carolina. A little background on this report. It basically says that there was Russian interference in the election and that it was for the purpose of helping Trump. Okay? People on the left are using that report as evidence that they were right all along. Undercover Huber begins the thread. I notice that none of the blue ticks quoting the Senate Intel report have mentioned Comey being quoted about the Steele dossier, quote, I insisted that we bring it to the party, or that the only version of the intelligence community assessment that included the dossier was the most highly classified version that went directly to President Obama, or that the intelligence community assessment makes zero reference to Russian disinformation as a potential risk to the Steele dossier, despite the FBI having that information at the time, or that the intelligence community assessment Annex a summary of the dossier, quote, does not mention the private clients who paid for Steele's work, end quote, despite multiple people within DOJ, FBI knowing this, and likely other agencies too. Or that the two-page summary of the dossier in Annex A, which is supposedly not even an intelligence community product or even classified itself, has still never been released. So we can see what was actually presented to President Obama and President-elect Trump. Or that this two-page annex of the dossier is supposedly not part of the intelligence community assessment, but those are the exact 2 pages that were supposed to be privately briefed to Trump, except Comey told Trump only about the Moscow hookers instead. Or that Bill Priestap told Congress under oath that, quote, the FBI didn't want to stand behind it being the dossier. He said that to Congress under oath on April 13th, 2017. A week earlier, the FBI had stood behind the dossier allegations in the third FISA request on Carter Page, and it would get a fourth FISA in June. Or that the report can't even get basic facts right, saying that the Crossfire Hurricane investigation was officially opened on July 30th, 2016. It was July 31st. Who fact-checked this? I also notice nobody is clamoring for the fully unredacted version of this report, like with Mueller, or accusing Burr of a cover-up, like with Barr. This report is 70 to 80% redactions, easily. No facts, intel about Putin's so-called preference for Trump is unredacted. Zero. Thread to follow, as previously announced on the Intelligence Community Assessment and the Steele dossier. End. And then Undercover Huber finishes with, haven't seen this quoted either. The National Intelligence Officer, NIO, for Russia in the CIA testified, we don't have any evidence of Trump-Russia collusion. There was not information that pointed us in that direction. Collusion was never even discussed in the intelligence community assessment. And then he links an update from Professor M.J. Cleveland, covering a lot of the above. I'm going to link this thread in the description, but the main points he's making are all in this video. Please share and let me know if you have anything to say in the comments. Thank you very much.